Living in the cities like living in the times of Frank Nitty. What's up, on code? How's it going, bro?
All right. What's going on?
What's up, man? We're walking in the next level of hell, the next level with the group home. Yes, back at it again, surfing the apocalypse.
Back at it.
Episode 16. Trump, the Trump episode. Yeah, man. What's going on with Trump? What's going on? Some crazy stuff's been going on lately. It's always wild with him, but like especially this last couple days, huh?
Man, everybody walking around with that like white patch on their ear now. Have you seen that?
No. Oh my god. Big
Yeah, they
enormous bandage.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
They got like the napkin sticking out their hat, covering the ear like a
It
paper
looks
towel.
it looks like a sanitary napkin, a maxi pad, huh?
Man, it's all like Homelander on Vought, how they like stuff happens, but they like do damage control and nothing was like organic in the public space.
Mm. Yeah, because they got their head up their culo. Uh, it's easy to get one over. Let's see this real quick. I'll start. I want to. I'll get into your video. It was really good. This is from Oncode's channel at Oncode 777. This Trump video was pretty good. The shooting, you called it Donald Trump shooting was a hoax, and this is proof it was staged.
Yes,
I
sir.
watched most of it. It was very interesting. Let me see. Get this up. Get the screen up. You don't want to. No, now the computer's locking up. Interesting. Come on.
Well, why I do that? Did you see that he was selling a new pair of shoes with the fight, and him raising the fist on the side?
No. Oh.
Yeah, he got a white pair.
Like Air Force Ones.
Yeah, they kind of that same style shoe.
Shit, that's crazy. I don't doubt it. Not letting a crisis go to waste monetarily. Let me see. Promotes his name too. Let me reset this real quick. Bear with.
Mm-hmm. Comedy. Blow the trumpet. Blow the trumpet.
Okay, this Uncle
People weren't sure if this was part of the show or not. And then when people thought the former president get down,
Share
everyone
your
got
screen.
I got it.
fear, shock, chaos, confusion. Then there were cheers. And then there was some anger, Jose. I will say that some members of the crowd started to turn on the press.
That was strange because if the top of the top priority is to keep him safe, right? Wouldn't you be like, fuck that? He's like wide open. You can shoot him in the face right here, right? If you
Yeah,
wanted
then
to.
like Joy Reid has said they didn't really know if it was multiple
Oh,
shooters. So to
yeah.
have him stand there for the photo op was like, okay.
Yeah, that was see, they should have showed that because the clip the clip that they said was I don't know if it was glass or something that she said. That's the only clip I saw her saying that. That's more of a more rational statement what she said right here. What you just said. Because she definitely has a motive skin in the game for finding out this is a hoax. That's a good point.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
I was talking to people, in my daily walk of life, and they was like, they think it's real. Like some people like, yeah, they killed the shooter.
Hmm.
I'm like, and then they got people saying that they think the Democrats and Biden tried to knock Trump off. I'm like, if Biden is the president and he wanted to knock you off, he wouldn't have did it in that fashion. They would have had like a Navy SEAL or think about how they did JFK. Like it would have been accomplished, number one. So this whole thing is a clear psyop.
Yeah, yeah. It does have a lot of fake elements to it, like questionable elements to it. Yeah. But they say somebody died. Someone actually did get killed. But like, I mean, I'll take the word for it. I wasn't there, but I don't know what's going on. Definitely, I do think it was put on from what I've at this point for Trump's benefit or the deep state's benefit. Um, yeah, it's very fishy. Yeah, yeah. So let's keep going.
A Trump rally in Pennsylvania. The Secret Service has implemented protective measures, and the former president is safe. The former president is safe.
I don't know if safe and okay and unharmed are the same thing, but it does seem to have been some kind of superficial thing on his ear.
Environment is as bad as it has been. The obviously we hear it in the divisive rhetoric in this country, the deep divisions, but the threats, the actual threats.
Now, assuming that the failed former president is okay, which I hope people are braced for this, okay? I hope people are toxic I have ever heard or seen discourse, if you can even call it that, conspiracies galore. You are going to hear from those who say that this was orchestrated by Biden because they know Biden can't win. You are going to hear that this was orchestrated by Trump as a way to curry favor and to be seen as I survived. They want to take me out, which, by the way, will probably work to help him.
It's kind of a risky thing to do if you're him, right? To like have somebody shoot a bullet by your ear, even if it's to give you more clout. I know.
Yeah, because I mean,
brain.
You gotta think this dude's like 78, and
right.
He supposed to got hit in the ear with an AR-15. Didn't blow his ear off. Didn't take a chunk out of him. You ain't seen nothing about the bullet
caliber,
fragments.
Right? But you still think it would have blew a big
7.62.
chunk of his ear, right?
Yeah, you would have saw like the splatter when the bullet hit him.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I mean, and then think about, they said the guy that got deleted was supposed to be like in the line of fire. And if you look at the tape, we had a clear shot of the crowd behind him. You would have saw the dude's head pop off. Or, you feel what I'm saying? Nobody in the crowd like reacting like somebody got hit.
Yeah, they didn't. They just stayed there a lot of. Yeah. So it was most likely it's a sideways shot.
Right, because I mean, there should be, this guy's face. They should be saying, it's like 9/11. This was the guy that died. This is his name. Like
they did.
It's just
they did show that right away. Thomas Matthew Cooks. Yeah, they did show.
Oh no, that's the shooter. No, I'm talking about They said a guy in the crowd got killed.
Oh, I forgot his name, but they showed him a little bit. You think they would have showed him more? Yeah, they did show him.
I ain't even seen him yet.
A tall firefighter. Yeah, he's probably like in his early 50s or something, or late 40s. Yeah, I think he has kids like in college. Oh, he had kids in college. Yeah. Yeah, I did see quite a few people with blood on their shirt. I think on your video they show it.
You are going to hear
Yeah.
that this is all thanks to Democrats who want gun-free zones and blah, blah, blah. And you are going to hear that this proves we need more guns and more.
Email me freedom@charliekirk.com.
The Trump assassination was so fake.
Hunter, that's exactly where I heard.
See that blood?
What did you see, sir?
Yeah, I saw that. The blood on the shirt looks like it's from the paint on the
Right.
sleeve. On the other blood, looks like maybe it's like mixture with sweat or whatever.
But it wouldn't be that, like.
You think these rednecks though can keep a secret
Fake
though?
blood. That's what it is, fake blood.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
It's all fake, guys.
they so dedicated to Trump.
Yeah.
You really get shot.
Let me help you. The guy who spun around was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter. And so I got him.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody died? Holy shit. They must have faked his death or something. How did he die? How did a guy die if it was fake?
Was there only one person shot him?
Did he say?
Okay, guys, I want you to watch the bottom of the screen. After the shots ring out, and mind you, this is 7 shots, and we're supposed to have Secret Service along with other security. But as soon as he gets shot, you see a photographer rush the stage and
Oh yeah, that was weird.
run right up to and past Trump. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
even
true.
jump on stage or get close to a musician at a concert without getting tackled by a security officer within 1 to 2 seconds. These shots ring out, and yet this guy that runs by right here he goes from right to left.
He goes to the
He
Secret
doesn't get
Service.
tackled. Did y'all
Mhm.
even see the new Trap
Like he's on the team or something.
movie?
Look, he's waiting.
That's about
He's all,
the guy has
okay, I was told he's
credentials and
gonna
is
he's gonna
walking
pop
past all
up.
the SWAT, and he's the murderer. I mean, this is wild. How did nobody tackle that guy? Why?
Allegedly, the
Yeah,
Secret
because and he went like closer even when he got up because you like the Malcolm X movie, like when they shot him with the shotgun, and then once he was on the ground, they walked up to his body on the ground and shot him with revolvers. That cameraman walking up to him is like the equivalent of the Malcolm on the ground. Like you would that's very shady right there.
Service agent who took out the person who was attempting to assassinate Donald Trump has now lost his job. A lot of people have heavily scrutinized the fact that he basically had the shooter completely lined up in his line of sight, but didn't take the shot. This information may or may not be true, but if it is, the person in this photo
He had to have seen them, right? What?
Yeah, definitely.
is known as Jonathan Willis. Jonathan Willis is a Secret Service agent who was given direct orders to not take the shot when he had him in his line of sight for over 3 minutes. That's
Now, where's the source of that, though? The guy should have said the source. Who said that? You know, about like told him we don't know who said that. Or if it was said. It probably was said, but you don't know for sure because he didn't give no source. Like,
Yeah, true.
let's just play.
right. He had him in his line of sight for over 3 minutes, but the head of Secret Service told him not to take the shot. If this is actually true, it would actually make a lot of sense because you can clearly see in several different videos that the Secret Service agent was basically just looking down his line of sight for a while in the same direction. Keep in mind that the agent ended up disregarding the orders and took the shot out against the first.
That right there too. I don't even know if that's actually him because they came across. I think that was a troll. This guy on the right, where he said like, "I'm Matthew Crooks and I'm not the shooter," and he looked in the camera. I don't think that's him. that's him on the roof though. That's him on the roof. I found the video of his graduation.
Right.
Nobody clapped really.
Oh God,
Person who
Manchurian
was trying to
candidate.
assassinate the previous president. It could be several
It's,
days before we
Yeah,
get
look
any
at that guy. You think he's getting some pussy? Incel.
I mean, on top of that, you think he can knock off? You know what I mean? He can get a shot off like this dweeb. You know what I mean?
Well, they said that he was a member of the shooting club, and he used to go there a couple times a week, and yeah, that's what I thought. Like
And
maybe he could
missed.
and missed. Yeah. Supposedly though, they have this video now of Trump's head. Like there's a target, and then like they show when he moved his head, and like before he moved his head, it was dead on between the eyes, the shot. But he like moved his head at the perfect time, and it hit his, hit the ear, I guess. So yeah, that's
Then,
why
I mean,
like
it's an AR-15.
you would think he would have sprayed him.
He
huh?
could have just, yeah, he could have just chopped him up. It's a chopper.
Mm.
Any more
You
information?
gotta think
on this
about it. Though.
information?
I was just hanging, standing there like.
What do you say?
No, I was just saying, like, if it was people behind him, he missed, and they said like 5 shots went off. Like the people in the back didn't even flinch, move, scream, run. They was just kind of like, what's going on? Just a part of the show.
Yeah, they said the person in the front got shot, the one that died. They may have, the whoever else was shooting may have shot him. I said like, look, somebody died. Somebody died. Killed that guy. He happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Everybody else waiting for Trump, and as Trump started, I noticed 2 officers that were looking for something or somebody. I was looking around myself and seen a guy on top of one of the buildings go in between one building to the next, and went and told the officer that he was up there. And when I went back to my spot, I heard that people could still see the person from where they were standing. So I checked that out, and I went back to tell the officer that if he came over there, he could see them. And when I turned my back is when the shots started, and then it took me a second or two to figure out exactly what it was, and then it was just getting out of there.
And any idea just where he was positioned in terms of shooting at the former president?
He was just on the roof. That he would have been almost parallel to the stage.
You were telling me that you actually told law enforcement, hey, there is a guy over there.
Correct.
And what was the response again?
He just took that information and went towards the building looking for the person. And I'm not sure, like I said, when I turned around is when the shots were, so I don't know what happened with that. And then obviously my attention was directed somewhere else.
Yeah, that's really bad for the security. Yeah.
And I mean, even with the people that went on the news saying stuff like, we were telling them he was on the roof and the regular cops didn't respond. It's like nobody's holding them accountable, saying they lying and this is, unpatriotic or treasonous. Like, this is a mess.
It is. That means by them not saying anything, they must agree with their assessment. Yeah. All right. But they don't care enough to say
no medical records.
Right. You would think they would have showed his ear and gloated over it, right? He would have showed his ear up close, like the big chunk out of it. But no.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's see.
Then he had a hole in the jacket. Did you see the hole in his jacket?
No.
Mm-hmm. They got a picture of like a hole, and it's in like the breastplate, I think.
In the breastplate. What was this? Just telling them
This is the scene before Trump was attacked. You can clearly hear someone shouting, "He has a gun," and then a gunshot rings out. Trump.
Oh yeah, that's the big corporation, the multinational conglomerate, Dr. Evil Corporation, BlackRock.
I mean, come on.
I think this commercial was taken off the internet.
Yeah, like who the fuck is in a Blackwater commercial?
I know. You know they have commercials. You got the YG song in there. They said like, oh, it's this other guy that killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that? Who's Maxwell Yarrick? Activist, a Democrat. They're saying he's a Democrat, huh?
Right, but
Then what
but
happened to this guy?
Yeah, it's just all confusing to me. Like, and that's what I was saying when it first happened. I'm like, when things are true, it's not really confusing, right? If something is factual, it tends to be kind of linear and easy to explain. But this kind of mysterious.
This thing is like, I paused it. I didn't mean to play it when you were talking, but it keeps on like glitching a little bit. There's a delay
No,
on
we
it.
good. Yeah, no biggie.
The nominee for vice president, the Republican vice president nominee, JD Vance. I think he's an investor in a company called Ambrosia, which takes blood and like blood from younger people, and then people pay for their body to be recycled with it. It's called Ambrosia, and yeah, it's kind of strange.
Hell yeah.
That's strange.
JD Vance.
He claims he was he's from Appalachia, literally a hillbilly, and
Hillbilly.
come on, Okay, so yeah, a hillbilly, and he wrote a book called like The Hillbilly's Apologist. And somebody was saying, this guy named Pill Eater, who's pretty smart, he was saying that that Vance, um, even though he claims he's just a poor boy from Appalachia, he he's kind of like Thomas Stowell. You know Thomas Stowell, the black economist professor. He talks about like basically one of the main reasons why black Americans don't do good is because they're lazy. And then he talked about uh also too about like hillbillies. I mean the all the all the shit that black people do, they got it from Scottish people from England that came to the South. Well, he was saying, this guy Pill Eater was saying that JD Vance is kind of like Thomas Stowell for white people. Like he hella hates on white people, the poor ones where he's from, kind of, because he ended up going to Yale and marrying this Indian lady who's like this big time intellectual, and then I think, like I said, like they moved to the Bay Area, and they're like, so kind of not like what he portrays himself. Kind of interesting,
Right.
Gotta do more research
I
on it.
mean, yeah, me too. And this story is going to be unfolding. Shout out to the whole Reddit that's like peeling the layers back. But I'm just going to plant the flag in the ground and be like, I don't believe it. I could be wrong. I'm not going to say, I'm correct. But I think it's.
And if you like me, then you probably ain't know. And if you've been in jail, you could probably still.
Shut up, YG. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just, but yeah, I'm just saying I don't believe it. Like I don't want to ride the fence, or if you're gonna pick a side, I'm just going to jump out there early and be like, I don't believe it. Put me down as I don't believe it.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, I don't believe most of what I see on the political theater. That's why I'm always saying Masonic sorcery theater. It's all theater, but this one's more of a stage show than most of the time. Yeah. Yeah. But in the end, to me, it doesn't even matter, because whoever the president is, in a way, most people's lives has been the same, and with some exceptions, of course. But so yeah, it's just, to me, it's just they're just doing what they always do, playing these games. It's just this one's like blatantly pulling the strings behind the scenes. Yeah.
And the Simpsons predicted this. Ironically, they had a Trump getting assassinated episode.
Donald Trump. Put the motherfuckers on like this. Put them up. And say, fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck
So what you think about that? The dude being a Republican.
Um, it's surprising, but because you would think that he would like Trump, but hey, man, like, what people
Donald Trump is the best the Republican National Committee has. What is that saying about the talent y'all incubating?
So what do you think about, black?
pause. Come on.
Hey, I'll come out and say it, man. Fuck Trump, flat out. So think about Ronald Reagan was an actor. He became president. He had an assassination attempt. Republican. What was that You're Fired show? The Apprentice. So technically, Trump is an actor. He had an assassination attempt, just like Reagan.
Oh, what did you say? What do I think about who?
The guy being, the guy being,
Oh, Democrat? I mean, a Republican. Yeah, that seems kind of odd because you would think if he was a Republican, he wouldn't want to kill Trump, right? And then it does go with the narrative that maybe he worked for the Democrats, but then I mean, to me it really doesn't even matter like what he says he identifies as, because there are Republicans that hate Trump too. I think it's a small percentage. So that's surprising. That's what I thought about it. That was surprising. Yeah, maybe it would have been too obvious for the stage if he was a Democrat, registered Democrat. So they're like, okay, let's make sure he's registered as Republican. I don't know. What did you think about it?
I mean, it's just like when you was talking about Malcolm, how Malcolm was in the Nation of Islam. He was black. He got killed by members of the Nation of Islam that were black. But we later found out that, the FBI, the CIA kind of was working in tandem with, what's that dude, Elijah Muhammad. So it's kind of the same deal. Like, Malcolm's people shot him, and technically Trump's own people shot him.
Yeah, a lot of strange stuff going on with that. Yeah. And then what do you got, Omar saying about? He said black people who vote for Trump or what? Let me see. Let's play. Come on. Let me see. Try to copy this video real quick. Oh, here we go. What do you think about black people?
Black America suffers from battered spouse syndrome. And what battered spouse syndrome speaks to is the fact that no matter how bad you beat me up.
Come on. Yeah, Omar, that's a good question by, interesting question by DJ Envy. They say, what do you think about that, right? But him himself, he's a shill of the Democratic Party. Him and Charlemagne are always telling him to vote Democrat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what's he talking about? I mean, what do you think about it? If I would have said if Omar's supposed to be so conscious, you would say what I think about it. I think they're as unconscious as people who vote for Biden. You know, because we all know that the voting's a sham. You know, because I don't know about you, but like in the Black consciousness community, remember that was a thing where people would talk about like how they're on the same side. They're just two ends of the same side, left right paradigm.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
for
like,
sure.
why not talk about that? It's yeah. So he wants to play the race card. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, Trump
But I
is
mean,
like
that's the thing when you,
go ahead.
huh?
What you
No,
say?
I was just saying like when you see Trump's rally, you look
Mhm.
at the January 6th. The Latin community don't fuck with him because of the wall, right? The Asian population don't fuck with him because of the Wukong Kung Fu virus, right? So what is black people doing liking the same person as the Proud Boys? Because he gave you a stimulus check. Your job gave you a check every 2 weeks. You don't love them.
Yeah, yeah. I did see Asians for Trump. There's even Asians for Trump here. Like I did see black people for him too, quite a bit, and there's probably going to be even more this time. So I think they're out there. They're definitely out there. It's just they don't have a mic like a clear channel, what they call it, a iHeartRadio cabal to give their show. So right or wrong, if people agree with them or not, there are plenty of people who aren't white that support Trump. There is a lot. So
Yeah, I don't understand it.
because they don't like Biden that much worse. That's probably
Hey,
why.
if two things can be true, two things can be disliked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but people don't think like that. You got to think about if you're a person who literally at this point 2024 who literally puts their faith in the voting, which is a Hegelian dialectic false paradigm, like
Mhm.
this doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't matter. I mean, like you're saying, like they both suck, but okay, we established that. But like these people don't believe that; they still believe in this game of voting. So that's why when you say I can't believe it, I would because I mean probably is you can't believe how stupid they are in general. Because at that point it becomes a popularity contest of what it is. Who do you like more? Right? Not about like what they've done or said. I mean, done to help or whatever the country or people. It's more who's
Mhm.
more popular. So it's like judging a retarded basketball game, like being like analyzing it. Like a bunch of stupid people. It's sad that actually it does seem to have a matter though, like who the president is, but the way I go about choosing it is really a joke. So it's theater. Yeah, you can't really see why people
Political.
like Trump over Byron, over Biden, literally. Like in terms of like from
Hell,
entertainment value, from entertainment value, because this is at this point that's what it is entertainment for these Americans.
right. So yeah, if you side with a political party because of entertainment,
Everyone
that's
does.
enough said. Like
Yeah, this is the whole thing.
that's comical.
Yeah,
We might as well vote for fucking I don't know Will Smith or some goddamn body. Like if it's about entertainment, get
yes,
Aquafina up
that's what
there.
it's about. That's what Aquafina. Yeah,
Like what the fuck?
that's what it is. That's why. So this to analyze it, it's like for comedy purposes. Yeah. Now if you analyze the actual laws that the people what that are being made, that's a little bit more something you could say that actually affects people firsthand. But who the president is, it's a basically a PR, the head of the PR of the country. Yeah, so I don't think they're making real decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like when it first happened. You know, the first thing I thought was like, "Oh, they're gonna have a field day with this," because he didn't die, and he just, the photo op was before like Reddit and all these people start saying it was kind of staged. When he told the Secret Service wait,
Mhm.
and they let him, I was like, "Come on, not the photo op!" Like, geez, Louise.
Yeah, Ron Emanuel, the Democratic ex-mayor of Chicago and the head of the chief of staff of Obama, he said, "Never let a crisis go to waste," and that's what happened. And never let a photo op go to waste, right there. It makes sense though if they're stupid, like they're incompetent, like they're gonna listen to their boss. He's their boss. Like even though they have their CIA, team leader or whatever, if he says stop, their dumbasses aren't very good agents, as we can see. They're probably gonna listen to him and not just be like, "No, Mr. President, we're," not just push him down the stairs. But they're stupid, dog. They're stupid. And maybe, like you said, maybe it probably was planned, so that's why they didn't do it either. That's what they rehearsed. Yeah.
Yeah, where the Proud Boys at? Where the Oath Keepers at?
Yeah. The Proud Boys. What were they? What were they there? How did they come about? They came out from Gavin, the guy that's one of the guys that started Vice, left Vice and started his own network online. And the Proud Boys came from. They were his super fans that had a chat that ended up meeting from time to time, and they I guess they bonded on their love of that guy Gavin, what's his name, and as well as they put it, defending America. But it started from an internet super fan group, the Proud Boys, who don't have any real power really. No, I think the leader was actually a Mexican, like Puerto Rican dude or something. He's in jail now. He was like,
Right.
they were saying he was like an agent too. So that group was probably compromised.
You had to do I think it was Ray Epps on the January 6th insurrection who was working with the FBI. So it's like, if you love America and you believe that Biden stole the election, this wouldn't seem that far-fetched. If they could rig an election, you couldn't just, we watch movies all the time with people, get shot and blood. Like, all you had to do was have a little pill, the blood pill, and then pop it. Wasn't no blood on his hand. If you notice, when he got hit, he covered his ear with his hand. When he raised his fist, and he never had no blood on his hand or nothing.
Yeah, it would have been gushing. You're right. Yeah, at this point, you can pretty much say it looks staged. Yeah, especially with that blood. You're right, because even a little cut, even when I cut myself shaving on my face, sometimes it gushes.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. But what does this mean though? Like, okay, what does it mean to us that this is staged?
Well, I think it kind of.
Us.
I think it kind of. It's like if you catch your spouse cheating, or like you find out that your job is paying somebody else more than you for the position. It's like you do better when you know the truth, right? You don't want to operate under a law. So I think the first order of business is establishing whether it's fact or fiction. Then we can make a righteous decision, a right decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to know. I mean, this is like we've seen rumors of stage things, and but now it's like in your face. So kind of a fact. Like if you use your analogy of if your girlfriend's cheating on you, you suspected something, but you kind of basically caught her red-handed. It's like, okay, now
It's not.
you don't trust her, or you trust that she'll be a cheater. That's what you can take away from it, and how you act after that's up to you. Yeah, my thing is like I already knew these guys were cheaters, metaphorically and probably actually, so it doesn't surprise me, and it's just like it's kind of like wow, that it is surprising when you actually see it. I have to admit, but then again, it's like okay, this reminds me not even get pulled into this type of shit because it's like a distraction, and I already have enough distractions on my plate already. So why deal with this one?
And that's why I feel like Trump is basically Homelander. Like it's think about in that show, The Voice. Like people believed in the superheroes, but then when you found out the truth, that they were manufactured. You got a different sentiment. So if we knew that this assassination attempt was manufactured,
Mm-hmm.
then now what? You know what I mean? Now you don't like, but so we go with Trump. But then if we find out Trump tricked us or ran a play, then it's like now who you gonna pick?
Shit, depending on who you like the best, who entertains you more, or whatever the individual. You say we, but it comes down to like the individual person. Like, what do they believe? Why are they focused on this voting election? So, because as it is, like we saw, this is super stage. Looks like, and then we saw was it 2 years ago or something? Biden was in the Oval Office, and he was supposed to be in the Oval Office, and they literally panned away from the office, and it was a green screen on a studio lot. So it's like if they
Mm-hmm.
lie about stupid shit like that, like little shit, like of course they're gonna do on big stuff too. So in the end, it's like I always keep saying, it's Masonic sorcery theater. This is what they do. Another reason why not to
Can
put your
you
faith. Yeah.
Right, hell yeah. I was gonna say, can you pull up Reddit? Let's see if any new information came out.
On Reddit.
Reddit gonna bag them.
This is a good community, the Trump shooting. With some interesting stuff here. Oh, they said he might be the newest thing from an hour ago. It's hot. Matthew Cook's motive: he's an independent party supporter. Maybe not a Republican, it's saying. Okay. Can you see it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. Why didn't they shoot off? Plenty of time to stop the threat. Let's see. This time. 4 minutes and 29 seconds. And people started saying, they got to say, hey, there's somebody else
right there.
Right there, see him? He's laying down. You see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
Until I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate
What's happening?
elected and to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're gonna make America better than ever before. We're gonna make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here.
What the hell?
Dangerous people, criminals.
I'm surprised they didn't shoot him. Like, I guess maybe they. That's the thing. Usually, like, they love to hold their weapons, right? The conservative when they go places, they're concealed
Mhm.
carry. And all that. You surprised they didn't just shoot him right there, right?
We have criminals, we have drug dealers, we have people that should not be here. And it's much tougher than if it happened.
Why didn't anybody just yell at him? Hey, motherfucker, get off the roof!
Ever. In recorded history, with the best
Yo, that's definitely whatchamacallit, a damn
over. And look,
setup.
He's up. He's up.
He's on the
out of
hella long.
Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something,
I hope he's turning this way. Be careful, guys.
Why is that shit shooting water? You see that?
Mm-hmm. I don't understand.
We got breaking news. We got breaking news coming in. Shots fired. Seems to be shots fired at the Trump rally.
Oh my God. So the guy in the back got shot? Is that what it was? Looks like, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This guy over here.
We need to go live right now. We are live right now at the Trump rally. We don't know if President Trump has been shot. We know he hit the ground. We do not know if President Trump has been shot. He's up. He's up. Shots are still continuing to be fired. He's giving a thumbs up, everybody. He's giving a thumbs up.
Bro, they sacrificed somebody's life for that. Damn. That's horrible.
Hey, that's
weird
what
they-
it might have took to get the seat,
To get the what?
to get the seat, to get the presidential chair.
Yeah, I thought he would have won anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. But they had to secure it, I guess, right? This lady wants to film. Yeah, people are desensitized. Maybe she's a PR for them. Get a good angle of her video. Yeah, all these are like different. Let's just look at this news. A judge has dismissed the classified document case against former President Trump. That's great. That was a big case, right?
Man, all them charges, he had like 44 indictments, 35 indictments.
Mm-hmm.
doing the job, I wouldn't even be doing it.
seems so clear and obvious.
Yeah. His classmates say he was bullied and a loner and always wore hunting outfits in class.
To our country. And that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that.
Let's see more Reddit. You want to see what else? Oh, the conspiracy. Let's go to the conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what the gematria breakdown is.
Yeah, it's probably some crazy shit. I think I used one of the titles. Oh yeah, I did. I got not World War III for one of them yesterday.
See?
No, it said cancel World War III. That's what it said. A glitch in the system. Threads are being posted. Comments. Counters are showing activity, but no comments visible. Okay. Where do they keep talking about this slope? The guy was on a slope.
I don't know if he was on a rooftop. I don't see how it was sloped.
Yeah, it looks like, you see right here, this picture. If he's in the middle, that's not a slope. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that fake Comet Pizza shooting.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this picture. It says, "Why would the Secret Service tend to Trump wounds when he's still directly in the line of shot, the side of the shooter?" That's true.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, he probably would have been going. Knowing him, he probably would have been like, right?
Yeah, he
Or
would
like,
have been scared to death.
Then they say Joe Biden has COVID.
And they said Kamala might step in for the last 5 minutes.
She's gonna take the L. Does Joy Reid actually think the U.S. Secret Service run by President Joe Biden was on faking an assassination plan attempt? There are conspiracy theories when there's this stage not even being hit by a bullet. She could be right, but she's definitely not to be trusted as well, though. But doesn't mean a liar can't tell the truth, right? Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Trump shooter. Cook has 3 encrypted overseas accounts. A rep said that.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. Candace Owens, terrifying but true. It still goes on. MK Ultra is not a conspiracy theory; it's documented. Yeah, that's true. 99, well, the 1% or less that didn't get burned down, the FBI and CIA would experiment on test subjects and use them to commit murders. Like you said, Manchurian Candidate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can't let them get bad.
Yeah, look at this. You're right. Does anyone else find it strange that CNN live streamed the Butler PA rally when they never live streamed any of the others? It is strange.
Yeah, like what? And then I thought CNN was fake news when Trump. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true. Huh? Mm-hmm. And it goes on and on. And he's trying to cash it in at the Republican convention. These are all people right here that are distractions as well. Kai Sanat, Pokemon, Mr. Beast, the king of this psyops to rot your mind. All these influencers, KSI, look, they're all here.
I don't trust none of them guys.
That came out yesterday.
I mean, I don't know how many times conspiracy theories got to be proven before, we start to trust in them.
Yeah.
Because you're going to trust. You either going to trust the conspiracy theory or you're going to trust what the media is telling you.
Yeah. Sooner or later, the conspiracy theory gets reported by the media. Too bad it's a lot of times years later.
Right. That's why I'm so grateful that we got all the internet content creators out there that's gonna hold the line and not let the bullshit fly.
Yeah. Yeah. You got any final words? I'm about to do my main mission right now.
I just want to say, don't take my word for it. Let's at the bare least just reserve judgment. Just hold your thoughts and let things play out. Don't just immediately jump on the bandwagon and say fight, fight, fight.
Okay, that's a good advice. I'll take that. What On Code said, like, ease back, look at the situation, and act accordingly. Yeah. Then I'll add this. Use that while you're waiting. Use that awareness, that energy you have to look at the conspiracy most of you guys have against yourself. Propping up that false sense of self, and that really will give you perspective of why these psyops are so easily duped. People are duped by them because they can't even see how their own life is a psyop. And that's my take on it. NPC the game, Book of Gabriel. That's my take on it.
Yes,
but that was a
indeed.
fabulous video you had. Really opened my mind to it. Like, yeah, it's pretty. You laid it out there, brother. It's all evidence, hard to dispute that this looks like a definite psyop, Masonic Sorcerer Theater. Appreciate your work.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, keep guys, like, take a step back, like Encode said, and really look at what's really going on in your own life. Peace.
Peace.